The following portion of Great Day KC is sponsored by Regain Functional Medicine and Aesthetics.
Don't let a hormonal imbalance keep you from living the vibrant life that you want to live. We're here at Regain Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, and they are going to tell us more. Let's bring in Dr. Kathy. How you doing?
We're doing great. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay, so why should someone prioritize their sexual health?
Well, as we know, this is not an uncommon problem, but what is uncommon is people actually thinking that they can talk about it. A lot of people will struggle and suffer and not talk to anyone, even their physician, about it. So what we want to do is really let the community know that there are very attainable treatments that are right in their backyard that can really help them with their intimate relationships. And the reason that that's important is if you're not engaged in a healthy, intimate relationship with your partner, it's really just you become roommates after a while, and we want to make sure that they understand that they don't have to struggle.
Okay, so some of these procedures or help that people can get, who does those here?
Well, here at Regain Functional Medicine Aesthetics, we have our Director of Functional Medicine, Miss Laura Klosterman, and she is the one that does all of these treatments for us. And she is incredibly experienced and has years of experience in both urologic health as well as functional health, and really gets to the core problem of when she's seeing her patients, and then designs a treatment plan specifically for them, whether it's a man or a woman.
Let's bring in Laura now. Tell us some about the treatments you have for men first.
So first off, for men, there's actually several things that we address. Initially, the first thing we'll start with is for any type of erectile dysfunction issues, we'll start with the medication. After medication, and obviously a lot of these consultations come with a lot of pampering and talking to them and getting them to a comfortable where they can actually talk about their needs. And once we get that addressed, starting with medication is usually one of the first things we'll do. The next things we can kind of look at if you're dealing with things like sensitivity, girth issues, things like those. We do have procedures called the P-shot, and we also have P-tox, which is actually a neuromodulator that helps lengthen to help with the erections and stuff. So those are kind of the first steps. We also do a procedure called the acoustic wave therapy, which is through our Storrs machine. And what it does is it also helps improve blood flow and performance as well. So we have several procedures for men.
Okay, and what about procedures for women that can help them?
Very similar to men. Women actually have a lot of procedures as well. So options we have for them besides doing hormone replacement, which is both vital for men and women, the next thing we actually look at is if women struggle with things like sensitivity, we'll also do the O-shot, which is similar to the P-shot for men. And that's a great procedure that helps with things like improved blood flow, helps bring collagen, and helps with sensitivity during any type of relations.
Yeah. Okay, so what can people expect when they first come in? They might be nervous or just not know what to expect. Can you walk us through that?
Absolutely. So all of our consultations are free, which is really important. I've been a urologically trained nurse practitioner for about 15 years, and I think with that comes a lot of respect for patients. I know it's very uncomfortable to come into an office where you don't know the provider and to sit down and tell them about some really intimate issues. And so that's what my job is. Being in this area for such a long time, I know how to ask questions so that I can draw those answers out from those people, and that we can actually kind of lead them into the area that they need most addressed.
Thank you so much for letting us come in today.
Thank you so much.
All right, you guys, they can get you on the right track when it comes to your intimate relationships. Like we said, they are so important to your overall health. We're going to leave everything you need to know right there on your screen. And hey, here's a special just for men. They can get both the P-tox and the P-shot during the same visit and get the benefit of both. It's a $2,500 value for just $1,750.
Preceding portion of Great Day KC was sponsored by Regain Functional Medicine and Aesthetics.